Salut, David Wallman here. Today I'd like to address an ongoing conversation that is going on in the world of guitar players. Should you be self-taught or should you take a teacher? If you're a self-taught guitar player, you still have teachers, just not conventional teachers. Your teachers are going to be YouTube videos, books you might read, talking to other musicians, picking up songs by ear. All those things are going to help you advance, and those are your teachers. A guitar player who has an actual teacher is going to get some material, some information by a human being. Every guitar player out there, whether you're a beginner or an advanced player, has their own flaws. So if you have a real teacher, you've got to remember that that teacher has his own flaws and his own understanding of music that might not fit your understanding. It's not the source you're getting your information that is important, but it's your own state of mind. I think every guitar player should have what self-taught musicians have, and that's the ability to ask themselves the right questions. Once you have the right question, you just need to go to the source to find the answer. Whether the answer is going to be found in a YouTube video, a book, picking up songs by ear, talking to other musicians. The source itself doesn't matter as long as you have the right questions and as long as you're critical enough to distinguish the right answer from the wrong answer. Let's take modes for example. A lot of players want to understand modes in theory. And theory is theory, it's what it is. There is only one kind of music theory. Theory explains things. Theory is not necessary for guitar players to be good players, but it helps answer some of the questions that you might ask. If you find a good teacher that is going to help you in that task, that's great, but that doesn't make you a good player. What makes you a good player, a player who always advances, is that ability to ask the right questions and distinguish the right answer from the wrong one. All that to say that whether you're a self-taught musician or a musician that has an actual teacher that helps you in your progress, doesn't really matter. The important thing is to ask the right questions, find the right answers, and then make those answers make sense to you. I think that's the key really. You don't need an actual teacher. If you're self-taught, you're going to have a lot of different teachers. If you have just one teacher, you're going to have one master who's kind of guiding you through these things, but the process is very personal. You need to take everything with a grain of salt. Even if you respect your teacher, if the answer he's giving you doesn't really make sense to you, dive deeper, try to find other answers, try to find other topics that are going to help you understand the question that you have. If you're working on modes and you don't really know what modes are going to do for you, it's a little pointless. Make a list of a few players that you really admire and then go deeper. Try to see why you admire these players. Maybe it's their phrasing ideas. Maybe it's a rhythm element. Maybe it's a certain scale that they use all the time. Once you compile the list of things that you admire in other players, that's where you need to work on. Having a plan is really important. Once you have that plan, find the answers. Whether it's online, in books, and an actual teacher. Don't get stuck with just one method. See what other players are saying about the topic you're studying. Once you have that, just eliminate all the information that is just not making sense to you. Find the right source. If you keep that in mind, your journey is going to be a good journey. You're always going to advance, and that's what it's all about. Asking the right questions, having a plan, being able to distinguish between the right answers and the wrong answers is what's going to make you a better player. Thanks for watching. Until next time, salut!